This was the picture of air travel at the end of 1978. United was recruiting not just cabin crew, but staff of all kinds to deal with the apparently limitless flow of new travellers by air. Certainly no one who worked on the airlines in '78 will ever forget it. It was the year in which planes flew fuller, profits were greater, tempers shorter, and hopes higher than ever before in aviation history. Yet within 12 months, the picture had changed again. For United, there was a string of setbacks. A major accident, a protracted strike, the fuel crisis that threatened all airlines, and finally the grounding of the ill-fated DC-10s. United was operating 37 of them, and to lose them for so long must have been the most damaging blow. How far do you think that the confidence of the travelling public has been undermined by the DC-10 accident?
Our total fleet is flying. We've had absolutely no adverse public comment regarding the TC-10s, because I think the American traveling public know that air transportation is the safest form of travel ever known to man. And they probably have a great deal of faith that the system that has created that form of travel is continuing. We certainly are not going to put a DC-10 in the air that costs $40 million, and it has our 3 pilots up there. They aren't going to fly it unless they're darn comfortable that we've got a very safe airplane. And we take that responsibility very seriously. We have a rule of 5. It's the credo by which we live at United Airlines. And the first rule is safety. Nothing will be done on this airline that compromises safety. We sell safety, I think, as we were talking earlier, Julian. What do you buy? You buy first a ticket at a price. You buy service, and you buy safety. You assume that you're going to get there safely. Well, I think our record speaks for itself. Now, occasionally, you are going to have, and I hope on a rare occasion, a tragic accident, like the DC-10 incident here in Chicago. God hope that we can find the answers, all the answers. To this day, we don't know all the answers. This was trialed in the press much too quickly. High technology, you know, remember first it was the bolt, then it was the aft pylon, then it went to here, then it went to there, then it was the slats. You can't jump, you cannot solve the world's problems in a 1-hour television program, nor can you define the cause of the DC-10 accident.
A year ago when I talked to you, you were very, very confident. It was the greatest year the airline had ever had. Despite everything that's happened since then you are still feeling reasonably confident.
Not reasonably. I'm very optimistic about air travel and the airline industry. I think it's entering a growth phase that's going to make previous growth look small. You know, you're looking at growth last year of 16%. Average growth this year, 8-9%. And that's real growth. That's not inflation. We're not talking about dollars and cents. We're talking about revenue, passenger miles. That's people in a plane flying someplace. That's up 9% this year. That's a lot.
So maybe this time, the airlines will not slide right off the crest of the wave. According to some experts, the rising price of fuel may even help the industry, as Americans leave their cars at home and take to the air for their longer journeys. In 1979, US Airlines will have carried more than 300 million passengers, well up on '78's record high. By the end of the century, they expect 500 million a year. Long before then, air travel will have lost any final vestige of elitism. It will be ordinary in every sense, an indispensable part of daily life.
United Airlines reservations, Miss Nixon, may I help you?
Yes, I'd like to make a reservation for sometime on Sunday, August...
Next week on Diamonds in the Sky, an entertaining social history of air travel from 1919 to the Second World War. Please join us next Thursday at 7 for Opening the Routes.
Splendid.
Now, do you have a special cheap flight or a cheap fare or anything when I do this?
Well, sir, I thought you'd never ask. I think we can take care of you. Now, you're on the Friendly Skies Flight 562. We'll put you in Providence at 8:33.
Great.
And that's a non-stop dinner flight.